£80 for afternoon tea at the Warner Brothers studio tour? That is a pay-to-win trap. That is what most Harry Potter fans pay to eat mediocre sandwiches under fake floating candles in Watford. But here is what nobody tells you. There are 3 actual filming locations in central London where you can eat incredible food, stand exactly where Harry Potter scenes were shot, and spend half as much. Today, you're getting the complete speedrun guide to eating at real Harry Potter locations in London, including one hidden tavern that inspired the Leaky Cauldron and has been serving customers since 1677. Let's start at the main hub, Borough Market. This isn't just another London food market. This is where the night bus drops Harry off in Prisoner of Azkaban, right on Stony Street. The actual scene was filmed here. Today, it is one of London's best food destinations. Over 100 stalls selling everything from fresh pasta to artisan cheese to international street food. Most tourists rush through for a quick photo op, but here is the exploit. Arrive at 10:30 in the morning, right when the market opens, before the NPC crowds spawn at noon. You will have the entire place to explore at your own pace. Borough Market has been operating for over 1,000 years. The quality here is no joke. The stalls are run by independent vendors, many of whom have won national food awards. You are looking at prices between £5 and £15 per item, depending on your loadout. A full lunch from multiple stalls typically runs £30 to £40 per person, which sounds like expensive loot until you compare it to the studio tour's pay-to-win mechanics. At Warner Brothers, you are paying £80 for afternoon tea with average quality food, plus another £50 for the tour ticket itself. That is £130 per person, total. At Borough Market, you are spending £30 to £40 for award-winning street food at an actual filming location that you can visit for free. Here is your power leveling strategy for Borough Market. Focus on the permanent stalls that have been there for years, not the temporary pop-ups. Look for the vendors with the longest queues before noon. That is usually the signal for legendary tier quality. The market has everything from Spanish tapas to French pastries to British classics. So you can build your own tasting menu based on whatever buffs you need that day. Most stalls accept card payments now, but bring some cash just in case the merchant glitches. The market is open Monday through Saturday, closed Sundays, and the best selection is between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. before things start selling out. The key advantage of Borough Market is flexibility. Unlike the studio tour, where you're locked into a scripted event at a set time, here you can graze from multiple stalls, take your time, and actually enjoy the atmosphere. The market is covered but open air, so you get that authentic London market vibe. And you're literally standing where film scenes were shot, which beats sitting in a studio cafe in Watford pretending you're at Hogwarts. Next location unlock, Leadenhall Market. Most Harry Potter fans don't realize this, but Leadenhall appears in Philosopher's Stone as Diagon Alley. The exterior shots of the Leaky Cauldron entrance were filmed here, specifically at 42 Bull's Head Passage. The door is now an optician's office and changes color every few years depending on the business. But the Victorian architecture is exactly what you see in the film. This market has been here since the 1400s, and the glass ceiling and cobblestone floors make it one of the most photogenic spots in London. The real hidden gem at Leadenhall is the Lamb Tavern, a proper Victorian pub that's been operating since 1880. This is where you want to park for lunch. The pub has 3 floors of seating, all underneath that same glass ceiling that appears in the movie. The menu is classic British pub food: fish and chips, Sunday roasts, meat pies, burgers. Prices range from £14 to £22 per main course, which is standard pricing for central London pubs. And the quality is consistently solid according to local player reviews. Here's what makes the Lamb Tavern special beyond just being at a filming location. It's a genuine local pub that serves the people who work in the financial district nearby, which means they can't get away with tourist trap quality or the NPCs would stop spawning. The atmosphere is proper British pub culture. Dark wood, low lighting, friendly bartenders, and usually a decent crowd even on weekdays. You're getting an authentic London experience, not a manufactured Harry Potter theme park version. The Leadenhall location is perfect for a midday save point because it's right in the heart of central London, near Bank Station on the Tube. You can easily chain this with other London quests. Walk 5 minutes south and you hit the Millennium Bridge, which appears in Half-Blood Prince when the Death Eaters destroy it. Walk 10 minutes north and you're at Liverpool Street Station, which connects to King's Cross where platform 9 3/4 is located. It's an efficient route if you're planning a full day raid of Harry Potter locations. Now let's talk about the secret area most tourists completely miss: the George Inn in Southwark. This is London's last remaining galleried coaching inn, and it dates back to 1677. Here is why this matters for the lore. J.K. Rowling used to drink here when she was writing the Harry Potter books, and this building directly inspired her description of the Leaky Cauldron. This is what she was visualizing when she wrote those tavern scenes. Walking into the George Inn feels like entering a Skyrim tavern in real life. You are stepping into a building that is older than the United States. The pub has that classic medieval inn layout, multiple small rooms on different levels, all connected by narrow staircases. You are not coming here for Michelin-level cuisine. You are coming here to eat in a building. That directly inspired the Wizarding World. The tricky part about the George Inn is the discovery mechanic. It's tucked down George Inn Yard, which is an alleyway off Borough High Street with almost zero signage from the main road. Most players walk right past without knowing it exists. The entrance looks like a narrow passageway between buildings, classic hidden door design. And then suddenly, you're in this courtyard with the galleried inn surrounding you. It's genuinely magical in a way the studio tour can never replicate, because this is real history, not a movie set. Here's your optimal quest route if you want to hit all 3 locations in one day. Start at London Bridge Station around 10 a.m. Walk 2 minutes to Borough Market. Spend 90 minutes exploring and eating breakfast or early lunch there. Then walk 10 minutes north to Leadenhall Market. Check out the filming location and grab a drink at the Lamb Tavern around noon. Spend the afternoon exploring nearby areas like the Tower of London or walking across the Millennium Bridge. Then come back to the Southwark area around 5 p.m. Find the George Inn for dinner and evening drinks. Total time, 6 to 8 hours depending on your playstyle. Total cost, £40 to £70 per person depending on how much you consume. And you've experienced 3 actual filming locations or inspiration sites with legitimately excellent food. For the speedrun any percent route if you're short on time, just do Borough Market. Spend 2 to 3 hours there in the morning. Budget £40 to £50 per person for food and drinks, and you're done. You get the best food, the most iconic filming location, and you're in and out efficiently. Way better than the 3-hour slog to Watford for overpriced studio tour content. So what about that Warner Brothers studio tour, afternoon tea everyone talks about? Let's be brutally honest about this pay-to-win trap. £80 for 2 people sounds reasonable, until you realize that doesn't include the tour tickets, which are £50 per person. So you are actually paying £180 total for 2 people to eat average quality afternoon tea in a studio cafe. Multiple reviewers say the food is nothing special. Dry scones, basic sandwiches, and mediocre pastries. You are paying for the Instagram screenshot, not for culinary quality. Compare that to the 3 central London locations we just covered. You are spending £40 to £70 per person total, getting better food, and eating at actual filming locations where real scenes were shot. Borough Market appears in the film. Leadenhall Market appears in the film. The George Inn inspired the books. These aren't replicas or theme park versions. These are the actual map locations. The magic isn't at the studio tour. The magic is eating lunch at Borough Market and realizing you're standing exactly where the night bus dropped Harry off, surrounded by Londoners who farm this market every week because the food is genuinely excellent. The magic is sitting in the George Inn, drinking a beer in the same building that inspired J.K. Rowling's vision of the wizarding world. That's worth more than any amount of Instagram photos under fake floating candles. Here's your action plan. Pick your starting location. If you want the best food and the most famous filming location, start at Borough Market. If you want the Victorian atmosphere and pub experience, go to Leadenhall and the Lamb Tavern. If you want the authentic historical inspiration site that tourists never discover, go to the George Inn. All 3 are in central London. All 3 are accessible by tube. And all 3 will give you a better Harry Potter food experience than the studio tour for half the price. Achievement unlocked. Drop a comment telling me which location you're hitting first. And if you want more travel guides where nerd culture and epic food collide, hit subscribe because we're just getting started. Your wallet and your taste buds will thank you.